The main party of Thailand's outgoing coalition, that's the Palang Pracharat, is looking to continue leading the next government without the incumbent Prime Minister. The party put up General Prayut Chan-o-cha for the country's top job in government following the 2014 military coup, but now has a new man for this position, his deputy, Prayut Wongsuwant. CNA's Success Sambat looks at the prospects of Palang Pracharat without General Prayut.
For the past 8 years, since the military coup of 2014, two men were at the top of the Thai government. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha and his deputy, Prayut Wongsuwant, also named Uncle Tu and Uncle Pom, sometimes adoringly, sometimes mockingly. Both former army chiefs, the two generals have split their duties. While Prayut leads the government business, Prayut controls the various factions within the ruling Palang Pracharat Party that was created for the then military government to compete in the last elections 4 years ago. For the longest time, it seems there was not a lot that separated them other than their age gap of 8 years. But in the months leading up to this year's election, tensions between factions boiled over, and the two men eventually went their separate ways, with Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha now running for the United Thai Nation Party. Prayut is now in full control of the Palang Pracharat, but the change at the top has not altered the way it's operating, continuing the old habits of Thai politics, where it's less about political ideology, but consolidation of power. And the road to victory runs outside the capital in the provinces, such as here in Chachangsao, a 3 hours drive outside of Bangkok. Now they say in Thai politics that the provinces vote the government into office, but it's Bangkok and its forces that remove them. Now, if you turn it on its head though, it is true that they need to win over the provinces, the heartlands first, in order to be in a position to rule. And this is why it's important that all the political parties go out of the capital and reach out into the heartlands. And this is where power is being maintained. Since most political parties like the Palang Pracharat have not been around long enough to establish local support bases, they're tapping into networks run by influential local community figures.
Candidates that are backed by local patronage networks and come from political families tend to dominate this ground war more than other candidates. And typically, some of the strategies also involve giving out favors, material goods, cash, and other types of services that are not required by law or not part of the job description of members of parliament. And that's why you see a lot of candidates building these large networks, pyramid-like and web-like networks of vote canvassers.
During the rally, we meet Ratha Sapha Nopaket, competing for one of the 4 seats in the province as a first-time candidate for the Palang Pracharat Party. But Ratha Sapha, whose name literally translates to parliament, is no stranger to politics, coming from a long family line of village heads, a position that oversees several communities at the grassroots level.
แต่อย่างต่างจังหวัดเนี่ยคือผู้นำเนี่ยมีอิทธิพลกับพี่น้องประชาชนเพราะว่าพี่น้องประชาชนเลือกที่จะรักแล้วก็เคารพผู้นำท้องถิ่นเพราะว่าเขาเนี่ยเปรียบเสมือนเหมือนเขาอยู่ใกล้ชิดกับพี่น้องประชาชนเป็นอันมากฮะต้องเชื่อตรงนี้ว่ามีอิทธิพลเป็นอย่างสูงนะครับเพราะว่าสสมีความรู้สึกเราได้ดูแลพี่น้องประชาชนมากขึ้นได้กว้างขึ้นนะฮะได้มีอำนาจที่หลากหลายนะครับแต่จริงๆแล้วก็อยากจะเป็นตัวแทนของพี่น้องประชาชนเพื่อไปถ่ายทอดให้ผู้หลักผู้ใหญ่ในบ้านเมืองฟังแล้วเราเนี่ยก็พร้อมที่จะประสานงานร่วมกับทุกๆฝ่าย
And that desire to work with everyone is a core message of party leader Prayut, offering himself to be the one to finally bring reconciliation to decades of political polarization.
ผมพูดไม่เก่งนะครับแต่ทำงานแล้วประสานประโยชน์ได้ทุกฝ่ายนะครับก่อนจะนำพาคนเก่งๆมาร่วมมือกันทำงานก้าวข้ามความขัดแย้งเพื่อสร้างความสงบสุขให้กับความเจริญของรุ่งเรืองให้กับประเทศชาติและประชาชนการก้าวข้ามความยากจนพรรคพลังประชารัฐถือว่าทุกคนนั้นจะต้องก้าวข้ามความยากจนไปด้วยกันและโดยเฉพาะยิ่งต้องก้าวข้ามความขัดแย้งไปด้วยกันโดยทำให้ประชาชนคนไทยทั้งประเทศมีความเป็นหนึ่งเดียวรักใคร่สามัคคีกันครับ
This is all part of a wider rebranding effort by the party to make the 76-year-old leader appear like a gentle and generous uncle who takes care of everyone, trying to shed its image of being just an extension of the previous military government. The policies are a continuation of various government welfare schemes, including raising cash handouts for the pregnant and elderly. The Palang Pracharat is trying to claim most achievements of the past government as theirs and not credit to Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, who's left the party. But it remains doubtful whether this distinction will be enough for voters to carry the Palang Pracharat Party. They are trailing behind the opposition parties in opinion polls. So the biggest task for Prawit Wongsuwan right now is not keeping all the different factions within the party happy, but convincing the voters that this general is different from the other generals that he has marched with in the past. Saksit Saya Sombat, CNA Bangkok.